everybody. This is Teacher Pat here. I'm coming to you to kind of give you some ideas on looking for a teaching position. And one idea that I would like to suggest today is that it would be to your advantage to get a LinkedIn account. Now, at first I had LinkedIn, but I didn't really have much content. And I will tell you that some some of the content, even though I've been a teacher for 30 years, and I know some of you don't have that much experience. That's why you're looking for a teaching position, and you might be looking for a teaching position for the first time. So a LinkedIn account is where you state exactly um, your personal information of where you went to school, what you got your degree in, and it just kind of exactly what it means links you to other people, to other companies that are looking for someone like you. In my case, I'm locally a science teacher, so I put here science educator. You can see right there, science educator. And I even put some little videos on. I think I'll go ahead and show you this one. And it just kind of shows them something more personal, and it doesn't like what I'm trying to say here is if the more content you put on LinkedIn, the more likely somebody wants to snatch you up and hire you. So you might say, but I've never taught yet. Okay, let me give you a little bit of advice on that. There's other ways to teach. Um, you could volunteer to do different things. I think the more exposure you have to children, if you're going to teach elementary children or middle school or high school, get involved in some type of program that you can volunteer for so that it's on your profile that you have some experience with that being with those type of children at that age level. It makes you more competent to the people that are trying to hire you. And you know what, even if you don't teach, you could put something up, some type of picture where you are with children. Okay, so what are some type of things if let's say again you're a newbie and you're looking for a job in a teaching career? And you might say, well, I studied and studied and but um I haven't really had the hands-on experience. Well, there's other like local places like the YMCA. You could go apply there. I mean, for a summer, it doesn't have to be a long length of time. And you might say, but that's not what I want. I'm a professional. I went to college all these many years. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but it also looks like, you know what? You're not sitting around twiddling your thumbs doing nothing. One time, a friend of mine mentioned that, and because she was a professional, she had 2 degrees, and she could not find a job. And the reason was is that she was working at a well, why she couldn't find a job, I'm not exactly sure on that one, because she, like again I said, she had the education. But she said to me, which I really stuck in my brain, because she was working at as a waitress, and then one time she was working at a retail shop, and I said, but why are you working in those places? And she said something valuable. And she said, you know, because if you have a long gap of doing nothing, they're going to question you. Well, what have you been doing? See, they want to see if you're really out there looking for different jobs. And you can say, I've been doing this in the meantime because I haven't been able to be employed, even though it's not teaching. She shows she's still working and she's still um, looking for a job. So that was important. And I thought, wow, she had a point there. So you sitting around and then you put, okay, you graduated at 2015 and now it's 2017. They want to know, what have you been doing for 2 years? What are you doing? Are you just sitting around? So they want to see that you're working. Okay. It doesn't really matter what you're doing, but I think the consistency of looking for work or different jobs, it doesn't really matter. They want to see, I guess, your tenacity. I don't know. But it looks better if you work with kids. I mean, in her case, um, I think she actually even worked at a nursery. So that was like babies. But still, she was working. And so my twist to that in a way is try to find jobs that have you to do with children, because that's how you're going to get that teaching job. So if you're a church going person, volunteer as a Sunday school teacher or the nursery. It doesn't matter. It's that you show to people that you enjoy being around children. And if you're going to be a high school teacher, why not go into some kind of high school program or after school program with high schoolers? Um, there's always something out there, like again, the YMCA. I know summer programs do hire people. My son used to go to a high school gardening program, and you could get involved in there. And the thing is to take pictures so you could put it on your profile. So that is one way to have something on the profile, even if you are not teaching it. Okay, so in the case that you are teaching, all right, so I would put different pictures of you teaching, just like I did right now, in that picture with the strawberry DNA where I'm behind the scenes with the bad hair day. But anyway, all right, so and then it just kind of, you go on to where you've taught. I've taught at different locations. I've been a test administrator, where your degrees are, and um, how I am actually a Sunday school substitute teacher. So, but I wanted to come up to something that a lot of people aren't aware of, and that's a Coursera. I don't know if any of you have ever done some online classes. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Uh-oh. I don't think I should have done that, but oh well. I'm new to this, so excuse me. All right, so I'm going to go to Coursera. And the cool thing about Coursera is you can take, oops, did I lose myself? Let's see. I did. Okay, so it's not going to let me, I guess I would have to change. All right, I cannot change to the other, but okay, just go to Coursera.org. All right, so Coursera.org is online classes, and there's all kinds of places you could go to do online classes. And I suggest you do something that shows that you, even though you've got your degree, you're still learning something that has to do with teaching. And I happen to run I'm a mentor for what is called, the course is called How to Be an Organized Teacher. And I've been a mentor for that for almost 3 years now. And so you could do a course and then you could sign up to be a mentor. And really, it's not that hard, um, to do that. You just sign up and it looks good on the profile. Hey, she's a mentor for this. So there's also, you could volunteer. I don't know. I just noticed I have a 4-H group, but there is 4-H that you could also look into helping out with your local 4-H group. And that you're exposed to students and children. So, long story short, get a LinkedIn account, get all your stuff lined up, get pictures where you volunteer. Right here, I have my certifications because I've taken so many Coursera courses. I'm actually doing TESOL because I teach English to children in China. For those of you who are just seeing my channel, that is another way that you can actually teach, and you can do it online. And actually, you don't need to have the TESOL. I'm taking it just because I think it has helped me to teach children English. I am a science teacher. I was not an English teacher, but this has really helped me to kind of help in being a more adequate teacher for that company. And if anyone is interested in doing that online teaching, send me an email to leapingfroglady@gmail.com. And I'll put the link for you. So then we come to on LinkedIn, what courses you've done, your certifications. What languages do you speak? Oh boy. I have English and Spanish, and yes, I am fluent in Spanish. And let's say that right now you only speak one language. Well, it wouldn't be too bad to, you know what? You fill in those years with a different language, and you might say, "Oh, I don't want to learn anything else." That would be, you know what? Learning is constant. If you're teaching, you're learning. You're learning too as you go along. If you know what I mean. Anyway, all right. So then you have interests, and so all of this will help these companies seek you out. And so I really, really, really suggest to everyone that they get a LinkedIn account and then start getting connected with friends, with family that have LinkedIn accounts, and somebody else will find you. And then if, you know, it's just for me, I have the free account. I do not have the premium account. And just with the free account, I've had 10 people trying to get me to work for them. But at this point in my life, I am trying to just, do what I can because I have an aging mother, and it's just kind of hard at this time to be accepting all these jobs. But when I apply, not apply, but when I designed my LinkedIn account, it was um, interesting. I mean, I just want to encourage any of you out there that if you are looking for a teaching position, or if you have a teaching position, you know what? You don't know what you're going to feel like doing 5 years from now. It's better to do it now, get it done, start putting all these things you've done in there, and it's you might just one day get somebody find you, spot you, and say, "We want you." So I hope this has helped you today, and I hope I've taught you something. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. I'll see you next time, and don't forget, keep teaching. Even if you're not teaching in the classroom, teach somebody something today. I'll see you. Bye-bye.